Hey, you guys, we're back. So then, guys, did you take any coffee? Woke up a little bit more? Yeah? Let's give it our content a continuity, okay? Oops, it's here. Let's take a look. Guys, okay, we can see, now we're going to talk about, in this part of the, oops, okay. Oops, okay. In this part of the class, we are going to talk about some vocabulary on the obesity issue. Okay, you guys? But first, I'd like to talk to you about politeness. Is it important do you know what being polite is? Is it important being polite for you? So there are some times, actually, in most times in our society, in which being polite is required, and it's very important. It's not a favor that we do, it's almost an obligation for us to be polite with the other ones, for us to be courteous and so on, right? So is it important being polite? Being polite means being aware of and respecting the feelings of other people. So we know that we all have feelings, right? And we've got to respect them. Or even try not to be disrespectful with the feelings of other people. Politeness can and will improve your relationships with others, help to build respect and rapport, boost your self-esteem and confidence, and improve your communication skills. Going through the internet, because being polite is very required on our society, not nowadays, but has always been required on our society, and it's very important for us to be polite with other people. There are some magazines and researches and so on that talk about the importance of being polite. And we can see I could find actually in a magazine an article called 25 things you can do to be a more polite person gallery. This was in a magazine, okay? The magazine was Dale, the name of the magazine, which is a very famous magazine. And I brought here some things we can discuss on. And among them, there is a common feature that we are going to discuss, okay? So the first one is a little civility can go a long way, okay? So it can bring us to a very respectful path. A little civility. So being civil to the other ones. Being well educated. Okay. Be on time. Now it talks about time. Timing. Being on time. If you delay your responsibilities or your commitments, you might not be a polite person, or you might not show a polite action. Okay. So be on time is a way of being polite. Learn how to make small talk, not to be over, how to make small talk, how to be restricted with people that you don't have, you are not personal to that one, So learn how to make small talk, not to talk too much, not to over talk. Listen is a very important feature of being polite. We be attentive, we be aware of what the person is talking about, of what are the features, or what are the feelings that they are expressing. Listen and observe, actually. It's a very good name. Use names. We know people, we talk to people by knowing who we are talking to, by recognizing them personally. Okay, so use names is a very important role when it comes to be a polite person, right? Stop oversharing. Who never got to know someone that you didn't know before, you have never seen it, and then the person talks about their entire life, their feelings, their happiness, their sadness. Oh my God. Stop oversharing. You overshare with people you have contact with people you have that individual contact, that personal talk, that gives you, that is open to you, not to anyone. So don't overshare when it's not the time to overshare, think about your humor. And now here is about some jokes that are not funny, or maybe some things, some words that we use that may sound funny for us, and does not sound funny for other people, So think about your humor. Thinking about your humor is a very interesting thing for not to be offensive to other people. Okay, so thinking about humor is very important too. Quit cursing, saying that word. It does not sound polite at all. Okay, so watch your mouth. Be careful with what you say. Okay, avoid gossip. Well, of course, we all know some gossip, but we gossip again to the people that we have a personal contact, not to any people. So gossiping, it is very important for us to avoid with the people that we don't have a level of intimacy, Give compliments. So complimenting people is a very polite way for us to address the other ones. Establishing the things they get correctly, the things they do it perfectly, okay? So giving compliments, it's a very good strategy for us to be polite with other ones. Be careful with opinions. Again, it always depends on the level of intimacy we have to other people. Okay? And the last one, respect others. Guys, I at the beginning of the introduction of being polite, I talked about a common feature that all these things that the magazine, that the Daily Mail brought in this article, there is a common feature, which is the language. Language, the way we speak, what we say, it is very common in all these topics that we are seeing here, right? So language plays a very important role when it comes to being polite. And the unit that we are going to see in this class, in this session actually, that we are going to see in this class, it goes directly to being polite. Okay? So as I said, language plays a very important role. But what is the role that language plays on being polite? We can see we can see two aspects, okay? The first one is foul language, which is very a poor language, a language that we don't talk to it's an informal, okay? It's very informal. Most people learn the importance of the magic words, please, thank you, at a very early age. As you go through life, you see that better things happen when you don't forget to say them. Not only do people warm up to you more quickly, but they also want to be around you more and for longer periods of time. So when we use respectful language, we get people together, okay? We attract people's attention because people tend to like actually to be treated respectfully, politely, right? In fact, although they may not tell you, they might even consider you their role model. Okay, guys? So being polite plays this very intense role on our social life, on our interactive life. Language etiquette. We always got a language etiquette, and we've been taught since we were kids to have to exercise this language etiquette. Okay, so foul language has been around forever, but it has never been more widely used than it is now. What's sad is that it shows a lack of respect for people who don't speak that way. Many older people find it offensive, and most parents don't want their children cursing or using words that were once considered socially unacceptable. Finding another way to express yourself will put you in graces with these people. So, by taking a look at these texts, we see we use a specific language, we use a specific vocab, depending on the group of people, depending on the situation we are in. We are not going to use informal language when we are in a formal situation. And we are not going to use a formal language when we are in an informal situation. You know what I mean? In this unit, guys, we've got some synonyms of the words obese or fat. Actually, we tend to use the word fat to specify, to qualify people who store a bigger amount of calories on their bellies, on their legs, and so on. But there are more polite words for us to exchange for fat. These are the words: chubby, fat, large, plump, obese, overweight. Okay? So these words, we were talking about politeness, being polite. And and using these words to characterize people who store calories is more polite. Okay? So we should exchange the word fat to these ones. Eu gostaria de saber no chat, gente, please signalize on the chat if you know what words do you already know from this table. Quais palavras vocês já conhecem? What words do you already know from this table? Tell me. Eles vão dizer quais palavras eles já sabem dessa e quais são as palavras que eles não conheciam ainda. That we are going to work on these words. Okay? Let's go. Sure. I'm waiting for you guys. Thaís, Inês, Ives, João Victor, Julia, Vinicius, let's go. Apostrophe S. Yes. That's it. Separately, okay? So then, guys, what words do you already know and what words don't you know at all? You've never seen it. I have some guesses on what words you know and what words you don't know. But I'd like to know it from you. Tell me, what words do you already know from this table? What do you tell me? I think that you don't know chubby and plump because these words, they are not very used nowadays, you know? We don't have contact to these words very frequently. Fat, obese, large, and overweight, we have some contact, some direct contact. Okay? So here we've got the question. If you go back on the text on page 112, you will find the following sentence. What is the following sentence? This section will address how behavior, environment, and genetic factors may have an effect in causing people to be overweight and obese. We can notice that these two words, overweight and obese, they are highlighted. They are in bold. So, as you can see, there are different ways to describe a person who is fat. So there are different ways. We can call it we can say that they're overweight, we can say that they're chubby, we can say that they're plump, okay? We usually use the word fat to talk about ourselves. So we not use the word fat to talk about other people. We mainly use fat to talk about ourselves because they may sound offensive, you know? It is rude to say someone else is fat. It is more polite to say that they are large or overweight, for example. Even though the body positivity movement that we were talking about at the beginning of the class, they defend the use of the word fat because, how can I say? It represents that being fat is not the same as being ugly, you know? So, although these movements defend the use of the word fat, we are going to see in this session other words for us to exchange, other words to increase our vocabulary when it comes to referring to people that store calories in their bellies, in their legs, in their... anyhow, okay? So use the adjectives in the box to complete the sentences on page 115. Use the glossary if necessary. Let's take a look at the adjectives. The adjectives are chubby, fat, large, plump, obese, and overweight. They may, how can I say, they may mean, they have, their meanings might be very soundly to each other. They might sound not very different, but very simultaneous to each other. But we are going to see how can we establish these adjectives, this vocabulary in their specificities, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 minutes so you can do this question, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And then I'm going to come back to correct this exercise with you. Eu vou dar 3 minutos para eles fazerem esse exercício, para eles pensarem sobre o vocabulário. And then we're going to come back, a gente vai voltar para corrigir. Exato, that's it. I already, oops, oh my God. I already showed them. That's it. Plump, chubby, overweight, fat, large, okay? You are going to complete these sentences with these vocabulary which is on the box, okay? And then after 3 minutes, I am going to come back so we can discuss on the vocabulary. Okay, you guys? Foi? Guys, don't worry about the meaning of the words, because we are going to take a look at the meaning in Portuguese, tá bom? Não se preocupem, don't worry about the meanings of the words. I want you to take a look at the words into the sentences, and then after we are going to discuss the meanings, okay? Guys, you've got 2 minutes yet, okay? If you have any question, any doubts, please type it on the chat so we can discuss on it. As long as it's not on the meaning, because the meaning we're going to work on afterwards, okay? Minutes, 1 minute for you to finish this exercise, and then we're going to come back to correct the question on the page, if I'm not mistaken, is 114, okay? Okay, you guys, let's come back. Lucas, you can turn my camera off on the corner of the image, okay? So then, guys, on letter A, do I look, remember, I'm talking about myself. Do I look, it's not working. Let me see, oops. Yeah. Do I work fat? Do I look fat? I am talking about myself. Remember, it is not offensive if I talk about myself. It is offensive if I talk about anyone else, okay? Letter B. Many teenagers in Brazil are overweight because they don't get enough exercise. They are overweight. It is not the same as they are obese, for example, okay? But they are overweight because they don't get enough exercise. Her daughter is a small and plump girl. It's very small and very plump girl. Okay? Who is that? Who is that chubby little boy with dark hair? Então, guys, we've got here to establish two different things. Plump goes with girl. Chubby goes with boy. Okay? So if we are going to characterize a girl, we would use plump. If we are going to characterize a boy, we would use chubby. Okay? I was afraid because I was stopped by two large men on the street when I was coming back to school. by two large men. Now, large we use when it comes to adult people, men and women. Okay? Men and women, large. Girl, plump, chubby, little boy. And doctors have recommended that new diet as a treatment for the obese women on the island. Obese, the word obese comes more frequently when it comes to the scientific aspect. Okay, so doctors have recommended that new diet as a treatment. Okay, you guys. Now, we're going to take a look at question number 2. And in question number 2, we've got some vocabularies on the working out, on the exercise, on the other sides of the balance. Remember the balance? The balance brought food and beverages, things we eat and things we drink. And then the other sides of the balance is the physical exercises we should take. And then this part, question number 2, brings this content, this vocabulary on the other sides of the balance, on the physical exercise of the balance, ok? Vocês conseguem me escutar, gente? Sinalizem aí sim ou não no chat. Por favor, se está todo mundo me escutando, if you can hear me properly. I need you to confirm. Confirmem no chat se vocês conseguem me escutar. Please, pretty please. Can you hear me properly? Eles estão escrevendo que sim? Yes? Okay, great. So let's move forward. So as I was saying, the balance showed in the text brought one side the food and the beverages, and the other side the physical exercises. And question number 2 brings a content on the physical exercises. We are going to take a look, we are going to get to know actually on the vocabulary that these physical exercises bring. So question number 2. Some people exercise because they wanna lose weight. Some. I do exercise because I don't wanna gain weight. I want to lose weight. Others exercise because they simply like it. There are some exercises that we simply like it. Me, for example, I love playing volleyball. I don't play volleyball thinking, oh my God, I need to lose weight. No, I play volleyball because I simply like it. Okay, because I've been taught throughout my whole life that one of my preferences is playing volleyball. Below, you will find some words or expressions related to exercising, related to this other side of the balance, which is the physical exercise one. You are going to match the expressions to their definitions. So for example, we've got this list of expressions. Exercises, get some exercise, exercise, exercise class, join a gym, get into shape, lose weight, sports center, and workout. And then after, we've got their definitions. What I need you to do is match the expressions to their definitions. Okay, you guys, let's go. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes for you to match the expressions to their definitions, and then we are going to discuss about it afterwards. Okay, let's go. 3 minutes. So then, guys, could you do it? Could you match? You've got 1 minute left, okay? Please do it, and then we are going to discuss afterwards. If you have any doubts, please type it on the chat so we can discuss, okay? So I can get to know what are your doubts and what are we going to solve them, right? Let's go. Okay, guys, let's go. So, on 2.1, we've got building where you can do lots of different types of sports as well as exercise classes and weight training. So, what is this? Yes, it is on. So what is the name of this building? It's a building. We know already that it's a building. What expression matches to the building? What do you think? Me digam aí no chat, qual das letras match to a building? Eles vão me dizer no chat a resposta da 2.1. Let's go, you guys. Se tem o quê? Yes. Guys, vocês vão ver as respostas aqui, okay? I just need you to answer me. What is this building called? You've got the list of exercises. And then, guys, vocês têm no livro de vocês também, tá bom? 114. Página 114. Let's go. What letter matches to 2.1? Building, where you can do lots of different types of sports, as well as exercise classes and weight training. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Eles já disseram a letra? No, not yet. Okay, I can tell them. That's letter H, sports center. So the definition of sports center is a building where you can do lots of different things. Okay? 2.2, a class where a group of people do exercises. What is this called? What do you think? What is this called? What of the other letters match to a class where a group of people do exercises? Eles estão dizendo as letras aí? Ok, tell me, pode dizer. Not yet? Guys, I need you to answer me. Come on, let's go. Please do it. A class where a group of people do exercises. It is D, letter D, exercise class. Okay, so an exercise class, it's a class where a group of people do exercise. So let's go to 2.3. Do exercise when you do not usually do any. Do exercise when you do not usually do any. Get some exercise. Quando você está parado lá, when you are like, Quando você está parado, but not doing any exercise, not going to the gym, not playing volleyball, not playing football, not doing anything in your daily life, you should get some exercise. You should start taking an exercise, you know? So getting an active life, getting some exercise means that you did not do any exercise before, and from now on, actually, you are going to get some exercise, okay? Pay money to a gym so that you can go there and use it whenever you want. Pay money to a gym so that you can go there and use it whenever you want. Guys, by the way, I'm with my muscles like very inflamed. They hurt. I can even take a glass of water to my mouth because my triceps, it's hurting a lot because of gym. Because I increased the weight I am pushing, you know? So pay money to a gym, it's join a gym. You can go to a gym, join a gym. You pay some money to a gym that you can go there and use it whenever you want, okay? Join a gym. Number 2.5, exercise to get in shape and reduce stress. Exercise to get in shape and reduce stress. Get into shape. So get into shape means exercise to get in shape and reduce stress. Okay? It's like in Portuguese, it would be ficar em forma, right? To become thinner. To become thinner, to lose weight, it would be lose weight, right? We gain weight to become fatter. To lose weight, we would become thinner. Thin significa magro, tá, gente? Aí thinner é um comparativo de superioridade, mais magro, bom? To lose weight. Number 2.7, to do sports. Swim, etc., in order to stay healthy and become stronger. What is the objective of doing sport? To stay healthy and become stronger. Exercise. To exercise, okay, you guys? To exercise, I take exercise, I exercise to stay healthy, right? 2.8, to exercise in a gym or in a class using all of the important muscles in your body, especially when you do this regularly. It would be letter I, workout. To work out is going to the gym and then push some muscles to make your muscles stronger, to challenge your body into the gym, okay? You don't work out if you are not in the gym. You only work out if you pay, if you join a gym, okay, you guys? Number 2.9, particular movements that you repeat many times to make a part of your body stronger. Some particular movements, they are called exercises. Take a look at the difference between exercise and exercises. Exercises to do sports. Exercises are some particular movements. Okay? So the S makes a total difference on the meaning of the words. Ok? Agora, gente, eu vou pedir para vocês combinarem. You are supposed to match the words in English to the words in Portuguese. Esse vai ser o nosso último exercício de hoje, tá bom? Por favor, todo mundo acorda, let's everybody wake up e vamos fazer esse exercício aqui. We're going to match the words in English into the words in Portuguese. We're going to take a look at the meaning of each word. Exercises, get some exercise class, join a gym, get into shape, lose weight, sports center, and work out. Eu vou dar 1 minuto para vocês fazerem e aí a gente volta. E eu vou querer muito a participação de vocês no chat, tá bom? Valeu! 1 minute. Hey guys, have you done it? Have you thought about it? Let's go. Let's establish some matches. Let's translate, actually. That's what we're doing now, okay? So, exercises. Would you match with which word you would match? Eu vou esperar aqui no chat, tá bom, gente? Exercises. Very easy. Very easy, very soft. Easy busy. Indominate squeezy. Exercícios. Get some exercise. Get some exercise mean. Oops. Eu não estou conseguindo. Ok. Get some exercise. Começar a fazer exercício. As I said before, when you not take any exercise, when you not do any exercise, and you start doing, you got some exercise. Okay? Exercise class. It would be, exercise. Oh, that's okay. Ah, sim, eles estão respondendo agora. Great, awesome, awesome. Get some exercise. Exercise class é uma aula de exercício, right? Join a gym. Join a gym, começar a malhar. You go to the gym, you pay for it, and you join a gym. Get into shape. Get into shape. Let's take a look. Entrar em forma, right? Oh, I want to get into shape. It means that eu quero entrar em forma. Lose weight. Perder peso. Sports center. Sports center. Centro de esportes. And workout. Malhar. And as most people are used to saying, treinar. Okay? So, we've got here this list of words, which is very important, okay? It is very important for us to get this new vocab, which we're going to apply in our daily life, okay, guys? And that's it for today. Bring the camera to me. I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you have enjoyed this moment with the contact with English, since it's been a while that we don't see each other, that we don't have an English class, okay, guys? So, see you next week. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.